applause for Laura. That was great. Spirited intro. How about that Leanne, huh? Well, something else. Great Bob. Guys, it's great to be back home. I grew up in a wonderful city called Waukesha, Wisconsin. Waukesha. And Waukesha, of course, is an ancient Native American word that loosely translates to sorry about New Berlin. It does. Currently, I live in the wonderful history utopia called Logan Square in Chicago, Illinois. So y'all can imagine it took me forever to ride my bike here. It did. I left at like 11 o'clock this morning. It was tough. The rain. Name's Erik Edmunds. Guys, I'm going to level with you because, I know some of you here. Edmunds is just a stage name. It is. My real last name, my given birth name, is Mivarowski. Yeah, that's a tough last name to say. We know why I want to have a stage name. I don't want people to know I'm Asian. It's true. I knew Mivarowski was a tough one to say when I got married. That's right, ladies. Jealous. I got married, and my wife wouldn't take my last name, because it was hard to say. And I found that to be a little off-putting because her maiden name is Vaginerson. She wanted nothing to do with it. It's good to be back. Big round of applause for all you coming out tonight. Seeing Leanne. Give it up for Leanne. All that Genie staff. It's great. I'm going to make this relatively quick because my wife is ovulating this week. So, imagine this, making love tonight. Table 3 is right now, I can tell. Is it amazing? Yes. Any other married people? Who's all married? Just like a hand. It's great. It's great. I love being married. How long have you been married, sir?
45 years.
45? Wow! That's a lot. I have a question for you. I've been married for 3 years. And how long in your marriage before your wife forgot your first name? Because my wife doesn't know who the fuck I am anymore. She's got no clue. She's never forgotten. Well, then clearly I'm doing it wrong. This is your wife, I'm hoping? Wonderful. Looking good. See, people always assuming that I did a show in Dallas once, and this guy was like, yeah, I've been there 15 years. I'm like, is this the wife? And he's like, Ixnay on the Ifeway. Yeah, I've been married 3 years. She has no clue who I am. I'll be like, I love you, Sarah. And she's like, I love you too. Babe? So I thought maybe I'll piss her off. At that point, I'll go from babe to Erik. At that point, I go to you. As in, God damn you, what's the matter with you? Fuck you! Babe? Nah, I love it. Love being married, love the quirks of my spouse, those little things that make the marriage cute and worth it, like my wife's big quirk is she doesn't drive at all, right? That's cute. Never driven your entire life. That was so quirky, you're sweet, that's great. And now that we've been married 3 years, I'm like, you really gotta learn how to drive for, emergencies. Like grocery shopping. That's my nightmare. Grocery shopping with the wife. Especially in the produce section, because our shopping cart is pretty much just death row for all these vegetables. We don't know what they are, let alone cook them. She picks up a bunch of leeks and goes, what's a leek? Well, I don't know, throw up the cart. And she picks up an artichoke and says, hey, what do you think we can do with this? That's actually wife code for how long before this rots in the refrigerator. The answer to that, my friends, is 13 days. 13 days. Unless you get those artichokes at Aldi, in which case they come in a can and they expired 2 days ago. So, there's that. Then we end up in the water aisle thinking nothing can go wrong in the water aisle. Well, it's just water. Not unless there's a sale. Sale on water, 2 for $1 gallons of water. The lovely Mrs. Vaginerson is shoving all these gallons of water in the shopping cart, and she looks at me and she goes, okay, I know I'm being a little excessive, I get it, but it's a really good deal and we always need water, we're like the zombie apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse, it's cute. She's getting ready for the zombie apocalypse by stocking up on water, yet learning how to drive never hit one of her top 3 things to do. Good luck escaping the horde of the undead carry the water. Like, what up guys, I got the water! Stay hydrated! Yeah. Alright, now the zombie-loving crowd, that's cool. Kind of figured it. I'll move it along. So I see telling jokes. Again, I had to take some time off. I've been having some issues with my back. This is true. I went to the chiropractor and he said that I have the back of a 50-year-old man. So, in answer to your question, Mom, I have finally grown up. Have? Who that?
Your mom!
Oh, my God. Being heckled by my own mother. Living the dream here, guys. It's great. You just wait till Christmas, Mom. No, I had a picture over my back. I know exactly how it happened. Clearly from my active lifestyle. I was playing tennis. Hey, you guys play tennis here? Right? Okay. I was playing tennis, and as I was returning the serve, right on the follow-through, which is a key component to the tennis stroke, right on the follow-through, my goddamn dog knocks my beer on my iPad and jumps up off the couch. It's so twisted. That's how I'm an athlete, is on the iPad. So with the bad guy decided I gotta man up, right? I gotta go to the gym. Gym people here, you sir, you look like you go to the gym, right? No? It's just natural? Alright. Good for you, man. Jeez. We're not all clearly as blessed. I had to go to the gym. I go to the gym and I saw this lady there. If you ever heard, I believe they're called a lurker. Have you heard of the lurker at the gym? This is a real thing. The lurker, basically it's this woman, and she had on bright neon green spandex pants. And bright white high top shoes, like super bright, like Bryan Adams, Summer of the '69, bright white high top shoes. And her hair was done in the gym, like this, and curled and stuff. And she had on sunglasses, Gucci sunglasses, on top of her head in the gym. And her makeup was done. Makeup, people, not subtle, going to the store makeup, like Red Lobster makeup with the eyes and the lipstick and all that stuff. And she had on a denim jacket in the gym, guys. And she's doing squats just like this. And she's looking at me and she's smiling with the hair and the makeup and the denim jacket. And what I thought hilarious about the whole situation is that I go to the gym now. I'm terrible at it. Oh, you guys drinking tonight? Drinking? Yeah, drinking. I love drinking. It's great. I'm kind of drunk right now. I'm 32, so it's a whole different sort of drunk. Not like the 22-year-old drunk. I've noticed, like at 22, I'd be all like, "Hey, let's go out binge drinking and then possibly get ourselves into compromising situations." And now at 32, I'm like, "Hey, let's go binge drinking and eat an entire pie," which is true. It's amazing. I turned 32 and we went out and it was a crazy night. I was out till 11:30 on my birthday. It was amazing. It was nuts. And I noticed that I'm doing responsible shit irresponsibly now when I'm drunk. Like I woke up the next morning for my 32nd birthday and I put on the same pants as the night before to take the dog for a walk. And as I'm walking, I reach into my pocket, and there is a card that says, "Thank you for becoming a bone marrow donor." What? What did I get into last night? This is irresponsible, yet pretty good at the same time. So I wake up the wife, and I'm like, "Hey, honey, what else did I get into last night?" And she was like, "Oh my God, you were wasted. It was hilarious. It was so funny. You became a bone marrow donor. Then we came home, and you ironed all the pants, and we scrapbooked for 2 hours." It was great. I love being 32. The best thing about being in my 30s is that I can finally listen to Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill in the car for nostalgia purposes, and not for the reasons why I listened to her when I was 16. She just really spoke to me. You know? She's like, "You live! Oh my God, Alanis, you do live in there. I love you. It's great. It's so relatable. I also went down on that guy from Full House in the theater once. So, there's that. Google it. If you don't know, you'll thank me later. It's like Reagan on your wedding day. I'm sorry, Alanis. That's actually not irony. It's more of a coincidence, but we're so cool. Still like you. We're staying at a hotel tonight because apparently married people don't sleep on your college buddy's couch. That's not so much of a joke as more so an airing of a grievance. We're staying at the Hilton, And it's great. I love going to hotels because the shower, in Logan Square, we sacrifice irony for water pressure, which is cool. So we have terrible water pressure in the house. And I don't know if you've ever had to take a shower with poor water pressure, but it's really hard to scrub away the disappointment of not becoming a lawyer like your dad wanted you to. You know? Screw you, Dad! I'm living my dream! Comedy! Love it. Oh, man. Had an anniversary recently, 3 years. It was great. It was cool. So the wife, thanks, Mom. It's great. Had the anniversary, and the wife says, hey, let's do something relaxing. Let's get out of town for the weekend. And I'm like, perfect! And she says, let me go on Groupon. And I go, oh, shit! Groupon, guys, like all the married guys, you guys with girlfriends, I'm going to thank Groupon on behalf of all of us. Hey, Groupon, thank you for finding us inexpensive and inexcusable reasons for us to do shit that we don't want to do. Like ziplining, or a dinner cruise, or going to the dentist. So she's on the internet and she finds a Groupon for kayaking. She goes, look, babe. Because that's what I am, remember, babe. She says, look, I found a Groupon for kayaking. Doesn't that sound great? And I say, no, it doesn't. Because I can't picture two people that have never participated in the sport of kayak to actually get along out there on the open water. You know? I'm rowing forward, she's rowing backwards. Turns out this is just a metaphor for the communication issues in our marriage. Because that's all Groupon is. Right? It's a 50% off guaranteed argument. It really is. So we're arguing about this, and she's like, well, are you afraid of drowning? And I'm like, of course I'm afraid of drowning. And she says, well, it's only 3 feet of water in a lot of places. And I'm like, if we learn anything from the Whitney Houston tragedy, it only takes 6 inches of water and sadness, and I'm more than halfway there. Yeah. Broken hearts go kayaking with your wife. Did someone say too soon down there? It's been like 2 years. Give me a break, guys. Gee whiz. Oh, man. So, guys, I cry a lot. Me too. I cry a lot. I've been crying a lot lately. And I'm not talking like, when you're watching TV and that Sarah McLachlan sad puppy commercial comes on. I'm way beyond that. Now, I cry for Gordon Ramsay. You guys know that? That guy that's smarmy English prick, Gordon Ramsay, who either yells at people, he's like, it's fucking war! Or he has a heart at the end of the episode. I was watching an episode of a show called Hell's Kitchen, wonderful show, where Gordon Ramsay goes into a kitchen that needs some work and makes it better for everyone. Well, at this particular location, Gordon Ramsay encountered a pastry chef, a 19-year-old pastry chef with scoliosis by the name of Scooter. Unfortunately, shockingly, the restaurant didn't pan out and it had to close. And Scooter, the last scene of the show, Scooter is crying and Gordon comes walking in and Scooter's mom is there and all the other restaurant people are there. Gordon comes and says, hey, Scooter, buck up, man. I'm sending you to culinary school. And Scooter's now crying tears of joy, and even Gordon's crying. Well, I'm on the couch, and I lose my shit, guys. I am bawling. It's just kind of like, good for you, Scooter. Achieve, Scoot. Achieve. And my wife and I are trying to have a baby, and I can just picture me cuddling my newborn child, and I'm crying tears all over this kid, right? Tears of joy, tears of despair. Oh my God. And my little baby wakes up from its nap and sees me weeping all over it and reaches up with his little baby hand and smacks me right in the face and goes, man up, you pussy! Then the kid turns to my wife and says, you sure I didn't fall out on him? Because that's childbirth, right? It's just gravity. I don't know. I don't have cable. Don't. Cry a lot. Any dog lovers here? People with dogs? Yeah? What kind of dog do you have? Never mind. What kind of dog do you have? German Shepherd. Now that's a dog. Good for you. Why are you clapping? Do you know the dog? Sadie's great. Sadie is so smart. Woo! Do you have a dog, man?
I have 2 German Shepherds.
Okay. It's like the third way. name is Rufus. He's a 2.5-year-old black lab, and he's a great friend of mine, probably my best pal in the whole world. When I was in college, my weed dealer used to say, hey man, you really need a spirit animal. And I needed a new weed dealer because I didn't give a shit about the philosophy. I just wanted the drugs, right? Hypothetical, mom, kidding. Shit's gonna get weird. But now that I have Rufus, I'm thinking he was right. Maybe not so much Rufus is my spirit animal, but rather I, his spirit human. Because we have a lot of similarities, a lot of things in common. We both love a good tummy rub. We do. We're both very sound sleepers. And we are both terrified at my wife's vibrator. What is that thing? What is it for? Table 2 knows my complaints. It's alright. True story, I'm sitting on the couch one day, minding my own business, and Rufus is in the bedroom, and I hear a commotion, a kerfuffle, if you will, and Rufus comes running out just like this. He's like, dude, something's messed up with her. We gotta go check it out. And I was like, oh my God, Rufus, show me. So Rufus and I run into the bedroom just like this, and in the middle of the bedroom floor, there's a shoebox, and it's upside down, and it's making this weird noise. It's going. And it's shaking there, and Rufus picks up his little dog paw and he points at it. He's like, that's it right there. What is it? I'm like, I don't know, Rufus, you go check it out. And Rufus says, no way, Jose, you go check it out. And I go, I have opposable thumbs. And Rufus says, I have a keen sense of smell. So we do what's fair. We go, 1, 2, 3, shoot. Shit. Now guys, just a quick side note, if you're ever going to play paper, rock, scissors with your dog, always go paper. Because the dog has only got the paw, he can only make the rock. I found this out the hard way. I find it out, and so I decide, all right, I'm gonna man up. I'll check it out. So I cautiously walk up to this shaking shoebox again for a reminder. Table 4 knows what I'm talking about. And I reach down and I pick it up, and there's this gorgeous red metallic vibrator just smiling back at us. And Rufus and I, we hide. We went and hid. At the same time, my wife comes home from work. Now imagine the chagrin of my poor wife to come home from a hard day of work to find an empty apartment with a vibrator going off in the middle of the bedroom floor, and neither husband nor dog to be found. So she's like, is anyone here? Well, Rufus and I, we come up from underneath the bed because that is where scared puppies go. And without even saying anything, I start yelling at her. I'm like, why is the dog afraid of the vibrator? And then the wife says, how do you know the dog's afraid of the vibrator? And then Rufus says, how come I can't see colors? And another thing, quit it with the NPR while you're not home. I know that's not you.
It's 5:45. Welcome back to All Things Considered.
No! Alright guys, I'm just about to leave, but thank you so much for coming out tonight. It really means a lot to me. Hearing all the comics, keep laughing, keep going. Give yourselves a round of applause. Really keep it going. But real quick, I just want to say, I love my life, guys. I really do. I'm in my 30s, I got my wife, I got the career, I love making people laugh. But I gotta wonder, like what would 20-year-old Erik say about the man that I become? You know? What would he say? Like, when I got back to the hotel, 20-year-old Erik took a time machine, he met me in the lobby. Like, what would he say to me? I'd say he'd probably ask a lot of questions, right? And the first question being, does Silverchair still rock? The answer is yes, Silverchair always will rock. Thanks so much, everyone.